Hi, in this video we will see how to create a vector layer with polygon geometry from the given georeferenced raster data. So at present I have opened Upper Godavari 2, that is UG2 georeference topo sheet, and we will see how can we extract data from this topo sheet and can convert into a vector data. So at present I have here a reservoir which is constructed in a western ghat known as a Bhandardara, and my task is to map this reservoir and have a polygon with a reservoir as a boundary. So let's see how we can generate a polygon uh, or generate a vector data. For that, first we'll have create a empty shapefile. Here I am giving a name, reservoir UG. Then I will select a geometry type, it is a polygon. Then I am not going to change the CRS, which is EPSG 4326, because I know the CRS of the given topo sheet is also in terms of lat long, so it's a 4326. Then I will create a field. I want to create a field over here as the reservoir name, so it's a text data and 80 as a length is enough for me, so I will add this to a field list. So at present there are two columns in the field list. One is the ID, which is the default one, and another is the name. So I have created this empty shapefile with the polygon as a geometry. I will press OK, and so now you can see there is a reservoir underscore UG as a new shapefile which is there in the layer panel. If I see its attribute table, so this is the attribute table, and you can see here there are two columns, ID and name, and there are no features because the shapefile is empty. Now let's see how can we add a feature in this empty shapefile. So I have selected this layer, then I will turn on this toggle editing mode. So the toggle editing mode is on, so you can see now there are few options have turned on. Here the option which is called as the add polygon feature. So earlier, in case of a vector with the dot as a geometry, earlier there was option of add a point data. Now that option is no longer there, because since the geometry is a polygon, I have the option called add polygon feature. So I will click on it. So now you can see the cursor has changed over here. You can see the cursor, new symbol of the cursor. So I will start digitizing this polygon which is shown over here. This polygon is nothing but the reservoir uh, of Bhandardara Dam. So begin with what I will do, I will zoom it. With adequate zoom I can ensure the quality of digitization. So you have to fix the zoom quality at first, that how much zoom you want, at what zoom or at what zoom level you want to do a digitization. Higher the zoom, the more higher the zoom in, more better is the quality of the digitization. So I will do digitization at this scale of zoom in. So begin with, I will left click first, and let me, yeah. So to begin with I will left click first. So once the moment you left click, then Subsequently, I can click continuously on the border of this reservoir, the way I am doing. And so you have to repeat this procedure till you complete the entire polygon. Now you can see, as you go ahead, you are mapping the polygon. So you need to do this procedure till you cover the entire polygon. Now if something goes wrong and by mistake if I click somewhere over here, so this is not the point which I want to digitize. Now I have moved quite away from the boundary. So to delete the recent point I can press delete. So now I can go back to the original, to earlier point which I clicked. Also I can use the black space, so I can go back. So you can use delete or backspace to uh, recently clicked points, to delete the recently clicked points. Okay, now you can see the digitization process. So you have to do this very carefully because you are generating your own data, and it determines the subsequent accuracy of geoprocessing. So the better the resolution, better is the accuracy. I am not including the shaded area, but you need to also include that when you do this mapping of this reservoir. But for this example purpose I am just neglecting it. While digitizing you can move up and down or anywhere by the arrow key of your keyboard. So I am just coming down by using the down arrow key. Initially it takes time, but with practice you can increase your speed. Also for digitization it is good to have a mouse, it is quite handy. Now we are almost completing the polygon. The moment you when the moment you cover the entire polygon and when you think that digitization has complete, then you have to press right click, then this feature attributes window appears. after right clicking. So till that point you can continue do a digitization of a given polygon. Then here you can enter the ID and the name. So the default ID will be the 1 because this is the first feature, and then my name is I'm giving as Bhandardara. So here I can give a name and ID, and then I can close this feature attribute window. Okay, so now you can see this entire reservoir has been mapped. Okay, similarly you can map the other reservoirs which are also present in this topo sheet. To ensure that whatever mapping I have done, to save it, I will just go back to the toggle editing and turn off the editing mode. So it will ask me, do you want to save the changes to layer reservoir underscore UG? I will say save. So now this feature has been saved. So now you can go in the attribute table, and now you can see the ID and the name. And if you want to calculate the reservoir surface area, from here you can also calculate by using area as a function. So this is how we map a polygon, okay, and create a vector file with a polygon as a geometry. So in this video we have seen how to map a polygon. Similarly you can map any other polygon which are present over here. Thank you.